Hello and welcome to today's lecture on History of Indian Temple Architecture. Myself architect Supreme Maheshwari. I'm a lecturer at Faculty of Urban Planning and Architecture, Pandit Lakshmi Chand State University of Performing and Visual Arts, Rohtak. Before proceeding, I would like to tell you about the scheme of presentation. So firstly, we will be discussing about the origin of Indian temple architecture. We will be then moving on to the basic elements of a Hindu temple, and then we will be discussing individually the various distinctive styles of Indian subcontinent. At the end of the presentations, we will be also watching few of the documentaries related to the lecture. In India, temples are found everywhere, varying from small villages to metropolitan cities. A temple is a structure devoted to God and is reserved for religious or spiritual activities. However, Indian temples are not limited to this. They are considered cradle of knowledge, art, architecture, and culture. Let us now discuss the origin of a Hindu temple. The recorded religious history of Indian subcontinent roughly goes back to 4000 years. But surprisingly, Indians have been building temples only for last 1500 years. The much advanced Indus Valley civilization with well-planned cities, huge structures, drainage systems and roads didn't show any traces of temples. Whereas civilizations like Egypt, Mesopotamia and Greece had huge temples dedicated to their kings and gods. Remember the pyramids, ziggurats and the Athens? Now Greek came to India in 327 BC with Alexander, and they brought the knowledge of architecture, what they learned from Egyptians, Mesopotamians and Persians. They were the first who introduced the knowledge of architecture, specifically the freestanding pillars. Since then, Dhwaj Stambha is an integral part of Indian temple. Now this whole knowledge changed the face of temple architecture in India. Afterwards, the Gupta Empire was the first ever to construct a temple based on the knowledge that they acquired. So Gupta Empire was, very much influenced by Buddhist architecture, and they took up some elements from there and they tried to make their own style and they attempted to build a temple. So the earlier temples that were built were not exactly look like a temple, but they were like a assembly hall or something. So if you look for the early examples, you can go and see the Bhitargaon temple and the Devgarh temple. So they were the initial stages where you can see the development of Shikhara. Shikhara was not very much advanced, and only a small cella with a mandapa was seen in the plan. Then let's discuss the elements of a Hindu temple now. So the Hindu temple basically you can say consists of two important elements. The first one is the Vimana, which is this portion seen in the view, and the second one is called Mandapa or the Jagmohan. So if you see in the plan here, this whole space is called the Sanctum Sanctorum, and this space is topped with this pyramidal roof that is called Shikhara. So Shikhara and this cella together create the Vimana. The entry to the temple is from the Mandapa. Mandapa is also known as Jagmohan. So you enter from here and you go towards the Garbhagriha where the deity is placed. And the space along the Garbhagriha is known as Pradikshinapath. So you see various temple styles and you will find different features, but essentially the configuration of a temple remains the same. As per the requirement, different spaces were added and subtracted from the temple, but the Vimana and Mandapa can be seen in any of the styles. Like in Orison temples, you can see that according to the requirement, the dancing hall and the hall of the offerings were added. And in South Indian temples, basically the gopurams, right, the water bodies inside the temple complexes were added as per their requirement. So basically in Indian temple styles, there are three broader categories according to the location. So here in the northern zone, basically this area is from starting from the Himalayas till the Vindhyachal range. So this whole area has a unique temple style which is known as the Nagara style or the Indo-Aryan temples architecture. Then the next category or the next broader category is the central zone. Central zone is basically this area from the Vindhyachal range till the Krishna river, area between these two natural boundaries. So here the style that is there is known as the Vesara style or the Chalukyan architecture. And then comes the third category, that is the southern zone, basically here, the area between the Krishna river and Kanyakumari. So this style is known as Dravidian architecture. Now let us start with the Nagara architecture, Nagara style. The unique features of this style are, firstly, the Vimana crowned with curved pyramidal roof. So here you can see the examples. The Lingaraj temple, Bhuvaneshwara. Here you can see this Vimana is curved pyramidal roof. And then the second example is Kandarya Mahadev, Khajuraho. So here also you can see that the Vimana is curved. Or also the second feature that is important is porch without columns. That means the mandapa is without columns. So the mandapa, you can not see any sort of columns here. And the stepped roofed in stories above porch. So the mandapa, roof of the mandapa is stepped in nature, here also, and here also. Now, one thing that you need to understand is the Nagara style has various subcategories, or you can say regional styles, a lot of regional styles. So they had the group of various temples, right? So the first style that is there is, or the first group of temples or the regional style is the Kalinga order, which is the Orison style, known as the typical Orison temple, like Lingaraj temple. And the second example is the group of temples at Khajuraho. So here you can see a little bit different kind of configuration. Here in the shikhra itself, smaller shikhras are added, which are called urushringas. So a little bit different, or you can say the developed version. Now the third example that is here is Sun Temple, Konark. Here you cannot see the Vimana because it is ruined, so we can just see the mandapa here with a stepped roof, and then the other mandapa, which was a Natya Mandir or a hall of a dancing hall, so that was also there in a ruined form. Now let us move to the next style. The next style is Vesara or the Chalukyan. Now the special features here are that the first thing is the raised terrace. The temple is placed on a raised terrace. Secondly, the star-shaped plan of the Vimana, that is very well seen in this Chena Keshav Belur, the star-shaped plan. And also the shikhara is straight-sided cone in a richly ornamented steps with crowning vase ornament. So this is visible here, if you can see, in Keshav temple, Somnathpura. Here you can see that the shape of this shikhara. And similarly, this Durga temple, Aihole, was one of the very earliest form of temples. Here you can see this shikhara, the little bit of abstracted version of the shikhara. It's not fully developed here, but this style is Vesara style, which is a combination of North Indian style and the South Indian style. So they took features from both the styles. Now the Dravidian style. Here, first feature is the square Vimana crowned with a many multi-storied pyramidal roof. So firstly, just see this example of the group of temples at Mamalapuram. So these were also very early temples. Basically, they were rock cut structures. So they were inspired by Buddhist architecture. So many of the elements seen here in the shikhara are derived from Buddhist architecture. They are stupas. And the second characteristic feature is gopuras or the gate pyramids, which is quite evident here at Vithala temple, Hampi, you can see here, and in Meenakshi temple, Madurai. This is at its final form here. Now in Dravidian style, you can see a little bit of transition from this sort of a shikhara till this, and then finally here. This is due to a lot of changes in the reign of the kind of kings who came and then other took over. So they added their own distinctive styles. Like these temples were the Pallava temples. So Pallava kings were there, and they constructed this Mamalapuram or Mahabalipuram, the group of temples. Tanjore was done by the Chola kings. The Vithala temple, Hampi, the musical temple of Hampi, was done by the Pandya kings. And the Meenakshi temple was again in a later Pandya style. And in later Pandya, basically what the Vijayanagara and the later Pandya style, what happened, the temple towns were made. Huge complex. So in the final segment of this presentation, now let us see documentaries on the distinctive styles. And I hope this presentation was useful and it will motivate you to further explore this topic. Thank you.